How y'all doing? Custom Creator here. Dane Logan, North Carolina, Appalachian Mountains, right above Charlotte. Smallsbury, North Kakalaki. Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash. I grew up on Hank Williams Jr. Riding around in the car as a kid. North Carolina, listening to Earl Thomas Conley about the hardest thing you ever do, and Sammy Kershaw's yard sale, and Barbara Mandrell wasn't cool and country was cool. I mean, she was country and country wasn't cool. Patsy Cline was crazy. Jessie Coulter was a good-hearted woman. June Carter Cash got shit on, but she loved him anyway. But he stopped loving her today, and nobody's gonna fill their shoes. It did roll down the hill like a snowball. He ain't ringing no Liberty Bell. They are, but in the name of something that ain't what we stood for back then, or they did, or I grew up on. So now that my half-assed cleverly rant is over, I'm gonna go get my partner. He's down here. He's a metal guy. Like, when I say metal, I don't mean metal. I like metal too. He's like stuck in the 80s. Like, he's not now, but he was trapped. Like, I don't know. He couldn't get out of there. I'm just kidding. He really was. Like, he is an 80s guy all the way around. We love him for it. Hello, Jill. How you doing, bub?
Doing all right, Mr. Logan? How are we doing?
Yeah, man, I'm good. These are my people right here. I know that Sturgill Simpson has been referenced many times as he is honorable and takes it as an honor to be referenced as Waylon Jennings like. So, and you know, I do. I see a lot of Waylon and Sturgill. I have from day one, and Carrie Underwood's going to rock and roll now, and I think Alan Jackson stuck around a little too long for my taste. I mean, because they screwed him over, and he knew it was the way it was, and went back. But they did tell him he had to pantomime, and the drummer didn't know the sticks. I think it was like 15, 14. The whole show, like nobody. It was he drumming the hell out, air drumming. I've never seen that before, but he was like for real. He was really air drumming, and I ain't gonna ever think that. So I didn't think I'd ever get to react to a Waylon song. I did react to Hank Jr. because I found a clever way to do it. I seen a tribute to Waylon Jennings with Shooter. He's a great guy. I'm not sure about musical talent, but he's great. And Jamie Johnson. And when I went to jail when I was 2015, yeah. Okay. I went to jail in that year. And I always had morals, yes ma'am, no ma'am, like the country boy supposed to. But now, anyway, I went to jail and got out. It's been a good thing. Because, changed my ways. Like George did after he punched Waylon. Why'd you do that, George? What the hell? Yeah, I just seen that the other day. I remembered it, but I never heard the story exactly told other than the radio. Like, but there ain't nothing wrong with the radio. Sorry, I'll quit. No jail, those are all country references, bud. And he done Kenny Rogers, The Gambler, and we did Coward of the County and the members only section because he'd already heard it and just don't want to be disingenuous. If I ain't heard something, I ain't heard it. And I ain't heard this. I seen what they call when they're like TikToks, the shorts on YouTube. And he's singing to Jessie Coulter and like way back in the day, this song I'd never heard. So, and then I seen it was a song. So I pulled up the version of him singing with her. And so I don't know. I know Waylon I don't think any lyrics going to be able to hear what that man says. I don't think neither one of us will. So Johnny Cash he's just there because he's cool as hell. And those were the two men that were standing at the foot of Hank Williams Jr.'s bed when he woke up from the 10 days he was out after 500 foot down the mountain head first. That's metal.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I still got a different song there for sure. Where you at, Waylon? All right. Put us in place. And all right, let's do it.
You want to hear Waymore Blues?
I never heard it.
You never heard it? You produced
the one
it?
about Jimmy Rogers.
Yeah, it's about Jimmy Rogers and this and that and another. I don't know what it's about, really.
So Waylon sings a lot of songs about Hank Williams Sr. and lived a lot of his life around Hank Williams Jr. And Ernest Tubb ran with Hank Sr. Said Jimmy Rogers. Jimmy Rogers was a producer, if I'm thinking correctly. And there's a song, the one I referenced in the little meme I got, the Leave Them Boys Alone, them sing their song. That is Ernest Tubb, Waylon, and Hank. And it's a great song, man. It's a really good song. It's really funny, too. And it talks about Jimmy Rogers and Ernest Tubb and Hank Sr. So, anyway, I just want to give you a little context. That, although I know Ernest Tubb was a singer, I'm not exactly positive who Jimmy Rogers was, but I know he was part of that whole scene. So, and if I'm not mistaken, Waylon's about like in between George and Hank's. Waylon's a little older than Hank, but a little younger than George Jones. So he's like in between generations.
I do think you're correct. I do think Jimmy Rogers was a producer.
I thought so.
You never heard it? You produced
the one about Jimmy Rogers.
Yeah, it's about Jimmy Rogers and this and that and another. I don't know what it's about, really. Well, I woke up this morning, it would drizzle and rain. Round the curve come a passenger train. I heard somebody yodel and a hobo moan. But Jimmy, he's dead, he's been a long time gone, been a long time gone. Been a long time gone. If you wanna get to heaven, got a D.I.E. You gotta put on your coat and T.I.E. You wanna get the rabbit out of L.O.G. You gotta make a commotion like a D.O.G. No, like a D.O.G. Understand that? Like a D.O.G.
To me, the good-hearted woman loving the good-time man, he looks ever so gently. You understand that? It's like, did you get see what I did there? Like, just wow. Can you see me, man? Is my camera off or something?
I see you.
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay. We'll go back. That was clever, man. I want to hear it one more time. That was clever.
Long time gone. Been a long time gone. If you wanna get to heaven, got a D.I.E. You gotta put on your coat and T.I.E. You wanna get the rabbit out of L.O.G. You gotta make a commotion like a D.O.G. No, like a D.O.G. Understand that? Like a D.O.G.
That Gibson sounds so good.
Well, I got a good woman, what's the matter with me? What makes me want to love every woman I see? I was trifling when I met her, now I'm trifling again. And every woman she sees look like a place I came in, look like a place I came in.
I know why he said he didn't know what the hell it was about now. And he's sitting right beside her. I just told him that. I'm like, look, because I've been like, that's why we're doing this, to pay homage to the real country music singers. And there may be some more today if they weren't edited in what they say and limited in what they can say and can't talk about. That's my problem. Not necessarily with the singers. They don't know no different. They're like the sheep in the pasture. Locked inside the fence. So anyway, I was just telling him how we didn't only know the singers, we knew June Carter Cash and Jesse Coulter. I mean, we knew other women too, who were all the women in the songs that were being cheated on. So that's not funny. It just shows how real the music was and is. And
you can tell these two have it's an interesting chemistry they've got just sitting next to each other. You know, like I said, I like the looks he was giving her. And then when we get to this verse where he talks about, I've got a good woman, and he has a very proud and happy look on his face, and he's talking about wanting to get with every woman he sees. It looks like he can barely stop himself from breaking out laughing.
I think
he's
he
not
did.
glorifying. Yeah, he's not glorifying cheating. He's just being honest about who he is. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever.
That's just like saying if you question law and moral and you see something you don't agree with the law, that ain't saying go out and break the damn thing. It's saying think for yourself and don't necessarily listen to the things you're told from somebody that told them that ain't even alive, man. You know what I'm saying? A long time ago that people's been listening to like damn idiots. We upgrade everything. We upgrade our phones, we upgrade our houses, we upgrade plumbing, we upgrade architecture, but we don't upgrade our beliefs and our morals and the way we live our lives. That's stupid. I'm sorry if I point out the obvious, but
it
ain't no one's fault. But it's no one's fault because no one alive perpetrated this or started it. There are people perpetrating it, but you know what I'm saying? I'm a dumbass big boy, country boy down. That don't matter. I hate labels. I live in North Carolina, but it's in the South.
I also wanted to bring up this. He just seems like such a cool dude. Like if he just sort of stood at a corner and just started playing his guitar and singing his song, by like the second verse, he'd have like 100 people gathered around just listening to him.
The closest thing I've heard anyone reference that made me think of, like I've got the video I still ain't made yet, but I've got the footage. There's a little bar right down the street. It's called John's Tavern. And the Outlaws, who used to play Greengrass and High Tides, was known as the Freebird's little brother. I got lung disease, sorry, I just got worked up. I got oxygen over here, it's loud as hell though. And David Unco and several people played there. My family's from West Virginia, so I've heard every joke there is. And I've said them too. That's the difference. But my mom babysat for Patsy Cline. And I can remember I went and seen Hank, Charlie Daniels, Mark Tucker Band, and 38 Special in Raleigh. So it was great, man. It was great.
That sounds like it was awesome. Quite a bill.
It was. A lot of drunk people. It was muddy. Mud was going everywhere. I mean, it was the most miserable, great time I've ever had.
Well said, sir. Music was great. Everything else, not so much.
I gotta hear this. Look at her. She's so calm. So that's why Waylon put George Jones on the ground. He said, push Jesse Goldring out there, broke the guitar player's finger. If y'all don't know, just punch in George Jones punches Waylon Jennings. Like the outlaw, by the way.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, that was the first time that term had ever even been used. It wasn't a term at the time. It was just his nickname. He is the outlaw. And Hank was Rockin' Randall, both Stevens. That's what I taught you. And the possum is George. And the panty dropper was Conway. And the nose holder was Vince. Sorry, Vince.
If you want to get to heaven, got a D.I.E. You gotta put on your coat and T.I.E. If you want to get the rabbit out of L.O.G., you gotta make a commotion like a D.O.G. Like a D.O.G. Understand that? Like a D.O.G. Well, I got a good woman, what's the matter with me? What makes me want to love every woman I see? I was trifling when I met her, now I'm trifling again. And every woman she sees look like a place I came in, look like a place I came in. Poetic license.
No.
Place
You'll
I
need
came
a
in.
lot of poetic license for that.
I got my name painted on my shirt. I ain't no ordinary dude. I don't have to work. I don't have to work. Shel Silverstein told me I wrote a true American folk song.
Is that right?
I sang it to him as a joke because it didn't make no sense.
This one?
Yeah,
Is that right?
that's truth.
You didn't think it made any sense when you wrote it?
It don't make any sense. It does, but it don't. I had to really dig to get a story out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll tell you about it someday, all right?
Yeah, that's true.
See, what it's about is, well, the first part's about Jimmy Rogers, you know.
Right. Who's
The
really
second part, I
been
don't
gone
know
a
what's
long time.
about, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You could
Yes.
say it had a concept to it, you know.
Honey, that's not the way you do it. You don't say that it has a concept
a
after
minute.
you
Wait a
finished
minute
it.
now.
Oh, no kidding. Now, you really are mistaken here. Honey, you call it a concept after you've thrown it together and you dig a story out of it.
When you write
You
something
think
like
of
that,
the
you better
story
say
first
something.
and
You
then you
better
make a
hit me up, okay?
No.
Here's a good song, all right?
Man, I tell you what, if I ain't real,
Yeah.
that's real. And a New Zealander that we know, I think I've only told you, I don't know if I referenced it much, but he said he really loved the way we were genuine, like old country singers. That's what I say, or old Aussies in a pub. And that's what I was going to say earlier. Is the one thing that reminded me the most of the way country was around here in local taverns and saloons, bars, or a beer joint, because Mr. Coke was still cola, and a joint was a bad place to be. Yeah, Merle, he hung around with him too. But sometimes he just wanted to stay home and drink. Man, I love this music. And I'm so happy to find a song. I know this really maybe ain't. I'm sure this is popular. I didn't look at how many times it's been viewed, but if it ain't, people need to see it. That's cool as hell. Makes me think of my uncles and the way life was back then, but I feel like that's a form of depression to think about. Well, the older days are better. The older days, the country music was better. And I loved the older days, but I enjoy every day, even the days I hate. So, all right. Much love, country people. And everybody else from the channel
Thanks for
watch.
joining us.
And obviously, this is pub rock at its finest. Or the pub scene is it's all the same. It's got different accents. Love you all.
And I think the message, if you don't like me, piss off. I think that resonates regardless. Love y'all.
I
Thank you
use
so
it in
much,
a rock
Paul.
and roll meme, one of my best ones ever. So, yeah. All right, we're out of here. I gotta shrink. Honey, I shrunk myself. Much love. Oh, mental health is real. I'm sorry. On the day I'm feeling it the most. Be a part to start, not now.
Please
Tell me how.
demonstrate it.
Stop counting days, make days count. And be Kenny Rogers. If you got a damn pair, bluff. If you got a full house, run with it.